All right, 7 distinctions, 8 distinctions, 9 distinctions. Can there be more? We're chatting to some of the best performers of the IEB Matric results, and they are performing off the charts. In fact, it is my great pleasure to welcome these youngsters. Boikanyo Ntsimane from Roedean, achieving 7 distinctions. Thando Nhlabathi from St. Peter's. Wanjiku Ndegwa from Crawford College, and Cassandra Barbis from SAHETI, achieving the second highest average of 94.5%. And an incredible 9 distinctions. Thank you. Let me start with you, Boikanyo, from Roedean. 7 distinctions. You are going to be an engineering student, and we got some insight into some of you. Boikanyo, apparently at the age of 6, you were counting shoe boxes in a clothing store. Just tell me about that and how maybe it actually gave you a love for maths. You say you're interested in STEM, which is science, tech, engineering, and maths.
Yes. Firstly, thank you so much for having us on. I think that when I speak to my parents, and particularly my mom, that event is sort of like the catalyst that showed that started my love for mathematics and science and STEM. My mom speaks about how she remembers going to Edgar's when I was very little, and there would be like these huge just shelves full of boxes, and I would just be counting them. Like, for some reason I just wanted to count all of them just to see how many there were. I don't really remember that very much, but my mom remembers it fondly, and it's just a lovely story that signifies the beginning of my love for maths, and until today I really love it.
And you're a young woman entering the engineering field. You feel that those old barriers are no longer there. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I am very much excited. I think engineering and STEM in general still has quite a long way to go in terms of representation of women and of women of color in particular. But I think for me personally, hopefully I'm going to UCT, and I think that that environment is a lot better, and it helps because so many of my other matric peers are also doing engineering. I have 2 of my friends are also doing mechatronics. So for me, that helps a lot. When I speak to people who've done engineering before, especially women, they say that they may not necessarily have had people like that. So for me, seeing that kind of progress, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting for the future ahead. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thando Nhlabathi, St. Peter's, achieving 5 distinctions. Thando, this time I'm going to leave it to you to tell us how you did this. What's the secret of your success, and what are your plans?
Hi, again, just to reiterate what Boikanyo said, thank you so much for the opportunity, for having us on here. I don't really think there is a secret. I think the biggest secret is just trying your best. And yeah, I think that's all we can really hope for. I think we've had quite, an unprecedented year and a couple of years with the recent pandemic. But I think, yeah, just keeping focus and, just doing what you can to align yourself with your goals and future dreams, I think. Yeah.
And what are those dreams?
Well, the dream is to become a diplomat or work somewhere within the UN sphere, and potentially pursuing law. Pretty broad scope. And like Boikanyo, hopefully studying at UCT.
All right, Wanjiku Ndegwa, welcome to you as well. No less than 8 distinctions from Crawford International at Lone Hill. Again, just give us some insight. How many hours did you spend studying per day? Do you feel like you sacrificed a lot to get where you're going? But is that worth it?
Just to say what the other girl said before, thank you a lot for having us. And of course, you have to have a lot of sacrifices to really achieve your goals. You need to have that extra push to go to where you want to go. And yeah, even though I put in a lot of hours, I don't even know how many hours I put in, I made sure to still make time for everything else in life, because Even though I got a lot of distinctions, I wouldn't be without my friends and my family and all the good things in life, like simply going for a walk with my mom or playing with my little nephews. And yeah, just have fun and also just stay focused and keep to your goals.
That is wonderful, and give us parents some insight. I mean, you mentioned your mom. What sort of support did they give you? Did they need to tell you to sit down and work, or did you do that on your own and they were just there for you? Just tell us about those support networks that you did have.
I was a very self-driven person, and I can say a big thanks to my school for teaching me how to do that. But yeah, my family was a big support for just making sure I had all the resources that I needed in order to make sure that I stayed sane. Also, my friends and their families as well, they really took me in and made sure that I was okay.
Cassandra Barbis from SAHETI School, and you are just off the charts. A full house of 9 distinctions, an average of 94.5%, and 100% in mathematics. So well done to you, Cassandra. And I'm actually interested not in your maths, but in something else that you're doing, which is modern Greek. So you went over and above the usual subjects, obviously, and you threw in modern Greek. And SAHETI has this Greek heritage. Just tell me how that fits into everything and your plans for the future.
Again, thank you so much for having us. And yes, like you said, SAHETI is a Greek school, and we are really involved in the Greek ethos and teaching the students to, embrace your heritage, whether that be Greek or any other nationality. So I believe that choosing Greek was very pivotal because Greek not only teaches you grammar or language or whatever, it teaches you, obviously, most of the philosophers of ancient times were ancient Greeks. So we have a saying at school, and it's know thyself. And so for me, to answer your question, definitely Greek helped me to know myself, to come to know myself. Yeah. And that gave me confidence.
That's beautiful. Will you use this? Do you have any plans to study in Greece, to go to Greece? What are your plans?
Well, holidays to Greece are, of course, a must. Everyone should go, actually. And so I'll definitely use it there in just normal casual conversations. My grandmother, she's Greek, so I can speak Greek to her. And yeah.
All right, something that's come up is, it's hard for even some of the best achieving students sometimes to get into their desired degrees. We spoke to Boikanyo, who wants to be an engineer at UCT, so I think that is a given. Thando, have you applied? Where are you looking to go, and how has that been received?
I've applied to UCT and the University of Pretoria. I'd like to say it's been received pretty well. I've gotten conditional acceptance to every university that I did apply to. So yeah, that's pretty positive, successful.
Wanjiku, same experience for you. Do you feel like you can go where you want to go?
Yeah, as Thando said, I also got provisional acceptance into everywhere I applied. So now it's just making a choice of where to go.
And Cassandra?
Yes, I've also received provisional acceptance to UCT, and to be honest, it's one of my dream universities. So I think I'm going to go there if I get in.
Okay, so you're waiting to hear, and UCT features a lot. My final question, any among you planning to take some time off and just chill after a very hard year of work? Nope. Thando, finally, COVID-19, when you look back, I mean, you are the generation that people were worried about, online learning. In fact, let me give this to you, Boikanyo. We haven't heard from you for a while. You were the classes that we were worried about. How do you think it changed things for you, for better or worse?
I think it was definitely challenging. Especially, as Matrics, not being able to do the things that we were looking forward to doing so much. But I also think that especially those of us that went to these more privileged schools, the benefits of that and the gratitude that we now have to have because of that is clear. And I think what our school had really allowed us to sink seamlessly into online education. And even though it was challenging, definitely for some students, online learning was a lot easier than others. I think just having access to internet, having access to all these things, it really helped us a lot.
Yeah.
And so also this year, being able to go to school, going to campus, I think that was also, it really made a big difference. Yeah.
All right, it's good to be grateful. And thank you, all of you. We are grateful to you for the hard work. Help make South Africa a more wonderful place in future. And thank you for being with us. That was Boikanyo Ntsimane from Roedean, Thando Nhlabathi from St. Peter's, Wanjiku Ndegwa from Crawford International, and Cassandra Barbis from SAHETI School. We take a short break. Bongiwe will be in conversation with some students in the next hour, and we'll bring you a lot more in the interim. Stay with us.